Hi, good afternoon everybody. I'm Christina Gabbitas and I've written this story, Believe in the Magic of Blackburn Town Centre. I wrote a poem that actually depicts the story, which is at the back of the book, so that they could animate it and put it onto the town hall. We thought we'd treat you to it. It all begins with a visit to Blackburn Museum in the Egyptian room, through a mural on the wall near the mummy's tomb. Peggy and Imtiaz discovering a secret passage, not knowing that it was to deliver a special message. The cobbled streets, the old town hall, and the smell of smoke fills the air. A rolling gold coin attracting attention, stolen by a big black bird without a care. P.C. Peel from the 1800s helps the children to learn why they have travelled back in time and points them in the right direction. P.C. Peel says, "Hold on to the magic Lambeth rope." "To the fire station tower," shouts Peggy as they head back in time in a cloud of hope. Down the trapdoor they go, bumping into Fireman John Davis in 1921. They slide down a big brass pole, having lots of fun. "Nothing here," says Fireman Davis with his big golden helmet and smart uniform. "That defiant thieving bird has cooked up a storm." "To King George's Hall," shouts Peggy, where they are showing Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs pantomime. Landing in the assembly hall, they meet a talking mirror at Christmas time. At Blakey Moor school, a silhouette of a bird disappears in a cloud of steam in the swimming pool. Imtiaz moans, "That bird mistakes us for being fools." "Hold on to the rope. To the college we go," shouts Peggy. But with no bird in sight, they both decide to take flight. To the shopping centre where they meet Rowena the mannequin. Peggy and Imtiaz both start panicking. "Keep calm," says Rowena. "I will take you where you need to be." "We are in the middle of a pandemic and need to get back home." Rowena smiles. "I don't disagree." But they need to find the gold coin. They try the cathedral spire and the old clock tower that used to chime at 1 p.m. on the hour. They try the Miles Market and the reference library. Will we ever arrive at where we need to be? They notice the big black bird at the top of the town hall. They hold on to the rope and land at the top of the wall. "Here is the coin," says the big black bird. "You have completed your mission. Take the coin and rope back to the exhibition." They place the rope and gold coin back into their case, looking splendid in their rightful place. Their task is complete. The bird has spoken. The mayor declares the magic of Blackburn Town Centre open. Hi everyone, I hope you enjoyed that. Again, that's just a synopsis of the story. I thought it would be nice to show you that. So this is Believe in the Magic of Blackburn Town Centre. It's Saturday and Heidi has promised to take Peggy and Imtiaz to Blackburn Museum. Peggy has been longing to see the wonderful collection of coins that were donated to the museum by a local rope maker, Edward Hart. It's a huge collection which includes coins from the reigns of different Roman emperors, and Peggy is fascinated by it. Imtiaz wants to know more about the Hart family and its history. Heidi sits down to read her book, giving Peggy and Imtiaz time to look around and explore. "Let's begin in the Egyptian room," suggests Imtiaz. "They have a real Egyptian mummy." "Wow, okay," says Peggy. They venture into the room and see the mummy inside a glass case. "Look," exclaims Imtiaz, pointing to a mural on the wall. He walks up to it. "This almost looks as though we could walk into it." He touches the mural and his hand disappears through it, so he decides to step his foot through it too. "Wow, Peggy, have you seen this? Let's go down here. It looks like a secret passage." As she enters the passage, Peggy sees a shiny gold coin on the floor. "Oh, that gold coin is rolling away." They both follow the coin, and before they realise they have walked so far down the passage, it takes them outside. "It's very noisy out here," cries Imtiaz.
The floor is all cobbled. Where are we? Wait a minute, that building looks like the town hall, and that one looks like the cinema. But all the people are wearing different clothes. How fun! We must go back inside, or Heidi will be cross with us. We were supposed to stay in the museum. Yes, but it feels like we are in a way, says Imtiaz. Look, there's the gold coin rolling over in that direction, towards the town centre. Oh no, look, that bird has just swooped down and taken it. We must tell someone quickly. There's a policeman over there, perhaps he can help. Don't be so ridiculous. He's not going to be interested. He might think we're silly. We will never catch a bird. Anyway, where are we? Look at the date on that clock, Peggy. I think that we've gone back in time. Never, that's not possible. Well, I'm going to go and try and talk to the policeman, as the coin must be from the museum. Peggy makes her way towards the policeman. Excuse me, please can you help us? What seems to be the problem? Enquires the policeman. We have lost the gold coin and we saw a large bird swoop down and take it. It flew off in that direction. Oh no, not again, sighs the policeman. This is a well-known trained bird that belongs to a trickster in the town. I know exactly where he would have taken it. Where? Demands Peggy excitedly. The fire station tower, answers the policeman. I can't see a tower. We will never get the coin back. You're unable to see it as it is in the future. They started building it in 1915, declares the policeman. Imtiaz looks around puzzled. I don't understand. Come down to the police station with me and I will make some inquiries, offers the policeman. My name is P.C. Peel, by the way. Peggy and Imtiaz follow him to the police station. Who are you here with? We are with our foster mum, Heidi. She's reading her book in the museum, explains Peggy. P.C. Peel refers to Imtiaz. What's that hanging out of your pocket, young man? Imtiaz looks a bit sheepish. It's a piece of rope that I found on the floor in the museum. Mutters P.C. Peel. So you both say that you were in the museum. You didn't any chance manage to stray into a long passageway, did you? Yes, we did. Why? You have travelled back in time to the 1800s. No way! How can that happen? It's the magic of the secret passageway, and when this happens, it is usually to help with something that's happening in the present day. Time will stand still where you have come from until you have found what you came for. Well, we are experiencing a pandemic in our town. No, not just our town though, Peggy, it's all over the world. So you think that the gold coin may be in the fire station tower? It could be, but that wasn't completed until 1921, so you will have to travel forward in time to take a look. And how are we going to do that? Take a look at the rope you have in your pocket. They all look down at the rope and can see that it is glowing. It's the Lambeth rope, which was invented by the Hart family. Oh yeah, we read all about it in the museum. Their rope was used all over the world. Imtiaz takes the rope from his pocket. Now, says P.C. Peel, you both need to hold on to the rope, close your eyes and concentrate on the place where you want to go to. In this case, it's the fire station tower. The children both hold on to the rope, close their eyes and think of the tower. They feel a slight tingling sensation and within seconds they find themselves at the top of the fire station tower, looking out all over Blackburn. They hear a voice. Hello, who's there? The children stay quiet. They hear footsteps getting louder and louder, coming up the stone steps and can see a light shining. Hello, I'm Fireman John Davis, 52443. What are you two doing up here? I'm Peggy and this is Imtiaz. Were you looking for a big black bird who has stolen a shiny gold coin from the museum? Oh no, not that bird again. I was hoping that it would have been captured by now. I haven't noticed anything around here recently though. Come with me and we can have a look around the engine house, offers Fireman Davis. They climb down through the trapdoor, down the ladder and stairs of the tower. They can't see anything in the engine house, but are both excited to see a large brass fireman's pole. Fireman Davis lets the children slide down the big brass pole. Well, I don't think there's anything here. Have you tried King George's Hall, Blackburn College, around Blakey Moor, the library? He suggests. Let's try King George's Hall first. What year was that built? It was finished in 1921 as well, just like this place. We must go there, or the bird may travel through a different period in time. I think that's for you to find out, smiles Fireman Davis. Thank you for your help, Fireman Davis. That's okay. Good luck with your mission. Goodbye, he shouts. They both hold on to the Lambeth rope, close their eyes and think of King George's Hall. They land in the Assembly Hall, which is now the Windsor Suite, where there is a performance of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in full flow. They are both mesmerised by the show. Imtiaz nudges Peggy. Come on, let's not forget why we're here. We need to have a look around and see, and where do we start? Look out, there's an usher over there. We'll be in trouble if we're seen. They both tiptoe over to near the stage and sneak into the dressing room area. Peggy walks past a mirror. Oh, I think this is the mirror that they're using on stage, and maybe it should be out there already. The mirror replies, I'm the backup, just in case the other mirror breaks. Oh, the mirror speaks, exclaims Peggy. The mirror looks indignant. Of course I can, I'm a magic mirror. What are you two doing here anyway? We are looking for a gold coin that was stolen by a large black bird. I don't suppose you've seen anything. Well, now you come to mention it, yes, that bird is always up to no good. But I haven't seen any coins. The bird is always hanging around and stealing things. Do you know where it went? Imtiaz questions the mirror. I really don't know. But it's always travelling through different periods in time and avoiding being caught. OK, thank you anyway. Come on, Imtiaz. We need to try Blakey Moor School. My grandmother used to go to the school and swim in the pool there. The two children walk out of the door and head to Blakey Moor School, which is next to King George's Hall. Wow, cries Imtiaz. I didn't know there was a swimming pool in here. Yes, I've just told you my grandmother used to swim here. They both see a silhouette of a bird on the wall. There it is, look, shouts Imtiaz. The bird moves quickly and disappears in a cloud of steam. Oh no, where's it gone now? Let's try the college, we can walk there. Yes, but won't it be quicker if we hold on to the rope? Let's go to the top floor. They both hold on to the magic Lambeth rope. They arrive on the top floor of the college. It's very quiet up here. Are we ever going to find the bird? The coin? This is hopeless. We must get back to the museum. Heidi will wonder where we are. We are in the middle of a pandemic too, Peggy. Have you forgotten? No, I haven't. Things are improving, Imtiaz. Or I wouldn't be allowed into the museum in the first place. We mustn't give up. Heidi always says that to us. And anyway, remember what PC Peel said? He said that time would stand still in 2020 until we return back to the museum. Both Peggy and Imtiaz sit down and decide to map out places to check. OK, we should try the cathedral, as I'm sure that the bird will go as high as possible to try and stay out of our way. If we have no luck there, we could try the market, the library and the mall. Why don't we try the mall first? We could maybe get some help. What year shall we go to? Shall we hold on to the rope and see where it takes us instead? Suggests Imtiaz. OK, replies Peggy. They hold on to the Lambeth rope, close their eyes and seconds later find themselves in the shopping centre with very brightly coloured mannequins in all the shop windows. What year do you think we're in now? Asked Imtiaz. I'm not sure, but looking at the clothes and thinking about Mum's photos, it looks like the 1970s, answers Peggy. It's dark and all the shops are closed. This is no use. What are we supposed to do? Well, maybe the rope transported us here for a reason. Look at that mannequin over there. Did you see it move? Don't be silly. Look, she's just waiting for us to go over. We must go over, Imtiaz. They both walk over reluctantly. The mannequin suddenly steps through the window. Peggy and Imtiaz gasp. Hello, children. I do believe that you need help, smiles the mannequin. I received a message through time. Yes, we are in a pandemic in 2020 and we want to just go back, but first we need to find the gold coin as the policeman told us that it will help bring back magic to our town, explains Peggy in a rush and a panic. OK, keep calm.
I would suggest we try the cathedral spire. The bird always likes to go as high as possible to try and deter anyone from following. It's lovely to meet you both, by the way. My name is Rowena, and I know that you are Peggy and Imtiaz. Rowena, that's a pretty name. Thank you. Rowena takes their hands. They all hold on to the magic Lambeth rope, and in a flash, they find themselves at the top of the cathedral spire. It's 1926. Wow! It's spectacular up here, breathes Imtiaz. But there's no sign of the bird. Hold on to the rope, we will try the market, declares Rowena. Once again they hold on to the rope, and when they open their eyes they realise that they are on top of the old clock tower at the market with its time ball. The ball was raised to the top of the mast every day, and on the stroke of 1 p.m. dropped down. We have come far too back in time. We are in 1883. Hold on to the rope. The rope takes them into the main covered market area of the 1960s and the Mall. Look at all those sweets, says Peggy, her eyes lighting up. Oh, look, there are some gold coins, cries Imtiaz. Yes, but they are sweets and not the real thing. Look at that beautiful dress in the shop window, murmurs Rowena dreamily. The bird is over there, and it's got something in its mouth. The bird flies off once again in the direction of the library. They all hold on to the rope and close their eyes. To the library, shouts Peggy. They arrive in the reference library with walls and walls of books. This is amazing, look at all these books, says Imtiaz. I love reading, can we stay for a while? I really think that we should concentrate on our mission and maybe come back another time. When you return to 2020, the mayor will be cutting the ribbon to present a new book to the town in 2 hours' time. It's called Believe in the Magic of Blackburn Town Centre. Look, Imtiaz exclaims. The bird is over there at the top of the town hall. It has the coin. Quick, hold on to the rope. They hold on, and in seconds they're at the top of the town hall. And this time the bird doesn't fly away. The bird looks at them. Well done, you have completed your mission. What? Cries Peggy. You were brought out of the museum to help take something positive back into the future with the help of the past. The gold coin belongs back in the Hart collection in the museum. Edward Hart wanted to help write a story that could help bring some magic back into the town centre, and for you to be part of the story. Here is the coin, hold on to the rope, and you'll be back in the museum in the Hart Gallery. Heidi, your foster mum, will never know that you are missing as time has stood still. Thank you, they both chorus. They turn and hug Rowena goodbye. They hold on to the Lambeth rope for one final time and close their eyes. Within seconds they are back in the museum in the Hart Gallery. The coin and rope are back in the display case. They hear Heidi's voice. Peggy, Imtiaz, we're going to be late for the mayor's presentation. He will be cutting the ribbon for the new book that they're all talking about. Wow, it's all true, Imtiaz. Coming, shouts Imtiaz, grinning at Peggy. Have you both enjoyed your visit? Yes, it's the most amazing place. Can we come back again sometime? Of course, nods Heidi. Peggy and Imtiaz look at one another with huge, beaming smiles. They all head over to the town hall where the mayor is standing on a small stage with a pile of books surrounded by a ribbon. I now declare Believe in the Magic of Blackburn Town Centre book sales open, he booms and cuts the ribbon. There is a huge cheer from the crowd.